if the grid needs more power, we can actually then, with the consent, obviously, of the homeowner and in partnership with the utility, we can then actually release power onto the grid to take care of peak power demands. So effectively, the Powerwalls can operate as a giant distributed utility. This is profound. I'm not sure how many people will actually understand this, but this is extremely profound and necessary.
Hey, I'm Stephen and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you're wondering about the background, I slept over at your mum's house last night. Don't worry, I didn't bang her. She filmed. I banged your sister. Anyway, in this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla Energy. Those of you who are regular viewers of the channel may remember just 5 days ago, I posted a video called Tesla's Secret Trojan Horse, explaining exactly what Elon Musk has detailed on the Q1 earnings call. Am I from the future? No. This was pretty easy to figure out. So let's get into the video. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it.
Use the Powerwalls to stabilize the overall grid. So let's say that there's like there was in Texas, there was a peak power demand, and that peak power demand, because the grid lacked the ability to buffer the power, they had to shut down power. There's no power storage.
So for those of you who don't know, the recent winter storm in Texas was an absolute nightmare, and the folks responsible for supplying energy to residents of Texas, absolute fucking morons. One more time, absolute fucking morons. They had no energy storage. Now, let's just imagine that like a once in a 50-year winter storm comes by. Everyone's freezing their dick off. It's really cold. There's ice on the roads. It's snowing. It's not pleasant. What do you think you're going to do in your home? Maybe crank up the temperature a little bit, the heating? Yeah, like everyone else. And what does that do? Huge spike in demand for power. And what happens when you can't service that power because you're fucking morons and you don't have any energy storage whatsoever? You decide to force people into rolling blackouts that are meant to last for a few hours and turn out to last for close to a week in some cases. Literally, people died as a result of this. The worst possible time to cut people's power. It's like, oh yeah, guys, in the middle of a winter storm, don't want you to freeze to death, but no electricity, so you can't use a heater. I was actually in Texas during this winter storm. Thankfully, my power didn't go out, although the power of many of my friends did. I was very concerned. I mean, just imagine being in freezing sub-zero temperatures and you've got no power, you can't heat your home, you can't do anything. It's really scary. Of course, I was without running water for a week. Good thing you guys can't smell me through YouTube. Anyway, the point is for any energy provider anywhere on Earth today to not have sufficient storage to store excess energy to build in a buffer in case of emergency is beyond irresponsible and reckless. It is just not acceptable. As I mentioned, people lost their lives during this winter storm as a direct result of this incompetence.
No good point of power storage. However, with a whole bunch of Powerwalls at houses, we can actually buffer the power. So if the grid needs more power, we can actually then, with the consent, obviously, of the homeowner and in partnership with the utility, we can then actually release power onto the grid to take care of peak power demands. So effectively, the Powerwalls can operate as a giant distributed utility. This is profound. I'm not sure how many people will actually understand this, but this is extremely profound and necessary.
It's very rare to hear Elon Musk talk about how profoundly important something is and then follow it up by questioning whether or not people understand this. This is one of those moments where you really want to pay attention and you really want to make sure you understand before judging and assessing this opportunity. As I mentioned in my recent Tesla Energy business, this is huge. In fact, I can't shut up about Tesla Energy. Here's me being filmed 2 nights ago in Austin just ranting and raving about exactly what Elon just said a day before the earnings call. Kind of weird. Maybe I am from the future.
Distributed utility.
Distributed utility. Trillions of dollars worth of market capitalization. It's going to be brutal. So myself and Elon Musk both clearly doing our best to emphasize how incredibly important, profound, and enormous the opportunity is for Tesla Energy in becoming the world's largest distributed utility. Don't sleep on this, guys, please. If you haven't already, watch my video about Tesla's secret Trojan horse where I detail this at length.
because we are headed towards a world where, as we were just talking about earlier, where people are moving towards electric vehicles. This will mean that the power needs at homes and businesses will increase significantly. There will need to be a bunch more electricity coming somewhere. In fact, if you go to full renewable electricity, we need about 3 times as much electricity as we currently have.
So let's do a little bit of thinking here. If the amount of electricity that our species will use is going to approximately triple in a relatively short span of time, would that suggest that the opportunity to capture some of that market generating electricity, storing electricity, and distributing electricity might be worth going after? What do you know? Tesla is doing exactly that. They've laid the foundation with their home batteries, the Powerwall. They've laid the foundation with their rooftop solar and their secret energy products, which I did a deep dive on just 2 weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video already, you need to. You've got to understand the implications of Tesla's energy business. It's insane. All of this electricity needs to be generated, stored, and distributed, and Tesla can be involved in every step of the process. Generated with solar, stored in batteries, and distributed with the energy software. I'll put a card in the corner to the Tesla energy software video if you guys haven't already seen it. Please, if you own Tesla stock or even thinking about investing in the company, you need to understand the energy opportunity.
So these are rough numbers, but you roughly need twice as much electricity if all transport goes electric, and then you need 3 times as much electricity if all heating goes electric. So basically, this is a prosperous future, I think, both for Tesla and for the utilities. Because, and in fact, I think this will be very, if this is not done, the utilities will fail to serve their customers. They won't be able to do it. They won't be able to react fast enough. And we're going to see more and more of what we see in California and Texas, of people seeing brownouts and blackouts and the utilities not being able to respond because there's a massive change going on with the transition to electric transport. And we're seeing more extreme weather events. This is a recipe for disaster. So it is very important to have solar and batteries at the local level at the house. In addition, it is important to have large battery storage at the utility level so that solar and wind, which are the main forms of renewable electricity, that electricity can be stored, because sometimes the wind doesn't blow, sometimes it blows a lot. Sometimes it blows too much, and sometimes it doesn't blow enough. But if you have a battery, you can store the energy and provide the energy to the grid as needed. The same goes for solar, because obviously the sun does not shine at night, and sometimes it is very cloudy. And so by having battery storage paired with solar and wind, this is the long-term solution to a sustainable energy future. And as I said, this really needs to occur both at the local level and at the utility level. If it doesn't occur at the local level, what will actually be required is a massive increase in power lines, power plants, so they have to put long distance and local power lines all over the place. They'll have to increase the size of the substations. It's a nightmare. This must occur. There must be solar plus battery. It's the only way.
You guys noticed the tone there in Elon's voice? This must occur. He is not messing around. The good news, you can be damn fucking sure that Elon Musk is going to make sure that it does. As a Tesla stock investor, this is extremely bullish news. As I mentioned 4 trillion times in this video, the energy opportunity is just so enormous and everyone's asleep. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited about Tesla energy. I know it's not the sexiest topic, but dude, as a Tesla stock investor, this is one of the most exciting aspects of the business that no one is talking about. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.